This is a very interesting topic. I just thought about it and I looked up what is the difference between business and entrepreneurship. Because most of the time we tend to think that both are the same things, but they both are not the same things. Business mainly focuses on generating profits, and entrepreneurship mainly focuses on providing value. That's the biggest difference. I mean, in entrepreneurship, what happens is you try to provide value to the customer or the people, where in business, they mainly focus on trying to extract as much as profit out from the business instead of focusing on the customer. Both the things work in the world because there are some of the biggest entrepreneurs and there are some of the biggest billionaires uh, who became billionaires through business, and both the things also merge uh, if you you know a long way down the line, uh, starting a startup and trying to build a product and provide value. uh, at the initial stage, it is entrepreneurship, you are trying to provide value, but if that company grows in the next 10 years and becomes a huge conglomerate and has thousands of workers, then it becomes a business, because at that point the main focus of the business is to generate profits and keep the company alive. So what people confuse is, some people who are genuinely interested in business try to focus on entrepreneurship, and they can't get entrepreneurship right, and they start beating themselves that, you know what, bro, I am not good in this, and I don't think this thing is for me. But you need to become aware of both these things to understand that why you are facing that problem in the first place. What you feel is, you know what, I really want to do business, but you feel that the new name of business is entrepreneurship, and you start chasing entrepreneurship. You start reading so many books of entrepreneurs, how they started their own journey, how they started their company. You look at that and you feel, you know what, bro, I thought it was you look at that, you try it, and you feel that, you know what, I thought it was easy, but it's way harder than you thought, and then you eventually give up, because uh, entrepreneurship takes a lot of effort and lot of work to get started. It's like you getting the rocket, uh, you getting the rocket out of this atmosphere of the earth for the first time, because what happens is, you can look at both the rocket launch and a plane taking off. Business is more like a plane taking off, and entrepreneurship is more like you launching a rocket, because sometimes what happens is, even though most of the times you have launched rockets and people know that you can launch rockets into space, still they take too many precautions, because there are too many moving parts, and the the the, the risk and the risk is the risk and the reward ratio is huge, because what happens is, when you are launching a rocket, if you fail, the consequences are you lose a bunch of money, and basically you lose your rocket because it burns down, and you'll also lose some lives if any people are on that rocket. But in business, what happens is, you have perfected the process so much, uh, to such an extent that every time you land and take off, there are no accidents. I mean, you have basically perfected the model, and you have basically commercialized flying by using planes. I mean, you can look at how many planes take off and land every year. I mean, every day. It has become a commercial process. But yeah, what happens is, people tend to confuse these both things. They think that both are the same things, and I think some people are genuinely good at business and some people are genuinely good at entrepreneurship, because what happens is, in entrepreneurship, the main crux of the word is, you need to basically create or provide value to your customer. But the business is, you need to try to refine the process of the company that is running, and try to extract or generate profits. And when I say you need to focus on generating profits in business, I don't mean that you don't provide value to your customers. I mean, it does not make sense, because when you provide the most value, you generate the most profits. That's how all the biggest businesses run. I know there are some shitty businesses who just focus on extracting money from the customer, but still, providing value to customer, it's present in both the things, that is business and entrepreneurship. But still, in entrepreneurship, I think it's more for the person who is starting the company. It feels like he needs to build everything from scratch. He needs to build the environment, get the office, and get all the things, set up the office, and then hire the people to come and work there, and share the goals, and then you try to build on those goals. But in business, what happens is, someone can be really good at business sorry someone can be really good at running an existing business, and can help improve the company, and generate profits. I'll give you some example. Elon Musk is an good example of entrepreneur, because he starts everything from scratch and then grows those things to become huge businesses. And I think one more good example of a good businessman is Mukesh Ambani. I mean, he is the richest man in India. What he does is, he looks at business, and he does not try to invent the wheel. He looks at business which are growing. He either tries to acquire them or starts a competitor and try to outgrow them, and refine the process to such an extent that he becomes the monopoly in the market. So what happens is, in this YouTube era where everybody wants to become an entrepreneur, because this it's cool to be an entrepreneur currently. People tend to confuse, if they are a good businessman, they think that they are sorry sorry, I made a mistake. People tend to confuse business and entrepreneurship. So when they think of business, they don't understand that both things are different, and they go into entrepreneurship when they are a really good businessman, and they struggle, and they think that, what, entrepreneurship is really hard, it's not for me, and then they go back to getting jobs or something. But they don't make this effort to join a business and try to grow it, and you know take that path to become successful. They confuse between entrepreneurship and business. And some people who are genuinely good at business try to get into sorry some people who are generally good at entrepreneurship try to get into business, and they fail. I mean, both the things happen, but mostly many people don't speak about these things these days, because they think that both the things are same. I mean, in a sense, they both are same, but at the beginning stage, when you're starting an company and you are joining a company, those are two different things. And people need to understand this topic, and learn that, what, uh, should I sorry learn that, and try to do some introspection, and write down the things, in write down all the things that you're good in, and see that, are you a really good businessman, or are you a really good entrepreneur? Because, okay, just now I got one more thought which explains this business or entrepreneurship in a very good manner. I'll give you two persons who one is a really good entrepreneur and one is a really good businessman. So Steve Jobs was a really good entrepreneur because he focused on really inventing the things. I mean, not inventing, but building or getting products together to make a new product out of it. I mean, I think it's kind of basically inventing. Um, and you literally focus on building good products to provide value to the people. But Bill Gates, on the other hand, he focused more on building a business instead of trying to reinvent the wheel every time. He did not focus on building the best phone. No, he did not focus on that. He actually got the first mover advantage, because he bought this. I think his initial when he was starting his company, he got the software from some engineer. They bought it for $70,000, and then they licensed it out to IBM or something. I mean, he was a really good businessman, and Steve Jobs was a really good entrepreneur, because he literally built products from scratch, and Bill Gates literally took products that were present in the world and tried to work on them, and build it out into a business to refine the process, and extract huge profits from that business. So yeah, this was a really nice insight to remind myself, because earlier I had, you know, uh, learned about this difference, but again I forgot. And then I thought that, what, it would be nice for me to make a video, because what happens is sometimes I watch my old videos and try to remember myself and try to hold accountable to the things that I am currently doing or following in my life. So yeah, when I watch those old videos back, or the videos that I've uploaded, I I myself learn a lot. So yeah, that was about the difference between entrepreneurship and business. And I trust me, bro. Many people think both are same things, and even though it's so simple, many people don't make the effort to just Google entrepreneurship, or how entrepreneurship is different from business, and they think both the things are same, and they sometimes make huge mistakes, or sometimes financial mistakes. So yeah, man, it's crazy, but there are simple things, but people often tend to ignore these simple things. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in some other video. Till then, take care. Peace.